Bright Cutie. Every student matters.
Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to talk about the four realms of the earth. We know about the four realms of the earth, which are the solid portion of earth, which is known as lithosphere, the gaseous layers, which is known as atmosphere, the vast area of the earth's surface covered with water, which is known as hydrosphere, and biosphere, which is the narrow zone where we find lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere together, which actually contains all forms of life and us as well. And but that is what biosphere is. That is why biosphere is a very, very essential part of the living being. So the whole surface of the earth is actually a very complex zone, and in which we have these components of the environment, which is wherein we meet, interact, and overlap. And hence, in this chapter, we are going to explore these four realms of the earth's surface, or of the earth. Talking about the first, which is the domain of the land known as lithosphere. Lithosphere is actually the solid outer crust of the earth, which consists of rocks and minerals. It is a term which is coming from litho, which is a Greek word meaning rock. So here in this picture, I've even shown you the layers of the earth as well, wherein you have the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, the upper mantle, and the crust. The two major divisions of the Earth's surface are the oceans and the continents, which we will actually talk about in the chapters ahead. Now, herein in the chapter, you will explore what is the significance of lithosphere, what are continents, what are the major landforms. You will explore a bit just the introductory part of all the continents, and just the fact here that Mount Everest, being the highest mountain peak in the world at 8848 meters, is measured above the sea level. And that's how the lithosphere, it is not something. If you talk about above the sea level, if you see here in the layers of the earth, it is still the inner core wherein you can find the earth's surface. Moving next to hydrosphere, we all know that we have majority of water on the earth's surface, and that is why earth is also known as the blue planet, because we have the abundance of water on our earth, which is approximately 70.8%. So the hydrosphere actually consists mainly of the oceans, but technically also includes all the water bodies in the world as well, which are seas, lakes, rivers, underground water, etc. You also have oceans as a part of your hydrosphere. The percentage, and all of this, which is the oceans, as in the major oceans. Then you have sea, strait, bay, all of these as a part taken under your hydrosphere. Also, we will talk about in the chapter the significance of hydrosphere. Now, we know how important hydrosphere is, how important water for our life is, and herein in the chapter in detail, we will talk about the significance of the hydrosphere. Coming to a very, very important aspect, which is atmosphere. And if you see the pie chart here, it shows the composition of the atmosphere, the different gases that we have, the amount of oxygen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases that we have. What is the importance of atmosphere in our life? I'm sure all of us know, with the whole system wherein we breathe in and we breathe out, and how our life is dependent on the atmosphere, the moderates of extremes of cold and heat, the sun rays, water being a very important source, and in the balance, also the atmosphere playing an important role in the balance as well in the biosphere, and it also serving as a medium of air transportation, also is one of the significance in of the final aspect of biosphere, which is the domain of life, wherein all these three have the amalgamation together, and that is how biosphere is made, which is a narrow zone of land, water, and air, which makes life possible. So life actually exists on Earth because of this, because of the temperatures here, neither being too hot, neither being too cold, the presence of water, the presence of air. And also, towards the end of the chapter, we will talk about the disturbances in the biosphere. So our human activities, and also at times the nature's cruelty, what all hazards are we facing in our environmental setup, in our biosphere, and how far are we responsible if we talk about the human actions, and at times if it is anything natural calamity taking place. That is all what we are going to talk about in the disturbances in the biosphere.